Hey guys, it's me, and I'm back with my very first video of 2016. I hope everybody had a happy new year. And today I'm gonna show you some pop punk records on vinyl that I picked up in the last few months of 2015. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so let's start off with a repress of a classic pop punk album. And this one is Green Day with Dookie. And this one came out originally in 1994 on Reprise Records. And like I said, this one is a repress that came out last year in 2015, also on Reprise Records, but exclusively for sale at Hot Topic on special green vinyl. And there's the back. And honestly, I don't really buy too many records at Hot Topic. But when I saw that they were gonna sell color vinyl repress of Dookie, I decided to go for it because I don't really own that much Green Day on vinyl. Most of my collection is on CD, and honestly, it does look really good with the big artwork, and it sounds really good as well. And the color vinyl looks great too. Let's actually check it out. It came with the original inner insert with the pictures of the band and the lyrics, and here's the record. Like I said, it came in a green vinyl, but it's more of a transparent green vinyl. I don't know if you can see there, but it is transparent with the Reprise or the classic Reprise labels. So yeah, it looks really cool. I love the green version of the vinyl. It matches the Green Day artwork, I guess, or the Green Day style for the records. So yeah, really happy about owning this Dookie finally on vinyl. Let's actually go ahead and listen to a short clip from Dookie. This is actually a very underrated song that they don't play too often on the radio, but it's actually one of my favorites from Dookie. This one's called Having a Blast.
Do you ever think back to another time? Does it bring your soul down that share thoughts about your mind? Do you ever want to lead a long trail of destruction and mow down any bullshit that confronts you?
Okay, so up next we get another classic pop punk album from the 90s. But unfortunately, this one wasn't nearly as popular as Dookie was, of course. But either way, a fantastic album. This one is the Muffs with Blonder and Blonder. And this one came out back in 1995 on Reprise Records as well. And there's the back. A lot of classic songs here like Sad Tomorrow and Agony, on and on. Really great album, fantastic. This is actually my favorite album by the Muffs. And also a personal grail for me to find this album on vinyl. Because this album has never been repressed, even though it's a fairly popular album. I think a lot of Muffs fans would like to own this one on vinyl, but they can't because it's a little bit hard to find. I was surprised when I found it here, this record at the record store, and because it's, like I said, it's really hard to find, and it was a little bit on the expensive side. I think I paid like $32 for it. It's right there in the sticker. But it's actually a really good price because this record, since there's no represses, it sells for really high on the internet. Like you can find it for like $50 or higher sometimes. But like I said, a grail for me. I love this album, my favorite by the Muffs. Very high energy, very fast paced, female vocals, and it sounds really good. It actually came in in red vinyl, which I was surprised. I didn't know that it came in color vinyl, kind of like a transparent vinyl with Reprise labels. But yeah, it looks great. It sounds really good as well. Some really classic Muff songs like Sad Tomorrow, End It All, I Need a Face, Funny Face. Lots of really great tunes here in the Blonder and Blonder. Let's actually go ahead and check out a song from Blonder and Blonder. This one is called Agony.
You were a fool to go under the table, and now you know you were unable.
All right, next we get more recent release, and this one is Lemuria with their first, or I guess I would say their first or official album or full-length album, Get Better. And this one came out in 2007 on Asian Man Records. And this is actually an early repress of the album, and it came on, like it says there in the sticker, on purple vinyl, and this repress is limited to 500 copies. And I found this one at the record store, and I was happy that I did, because the later represses came actually with a different, or a variation artwork in the cover, and I liked this one a lot better, so I was glad that I found this one at the record store for a really good price. I think this one was $17. But anyways, if you're not familiar with Lemuria, you probably heard me talk about them before in my videos. I really like them. They are a really good pop-punk band. They're still around, so they still play on shows, they still go on tour. I actually saw them live last year, and they're fantastic. So they're really highly recommended. And this is actually, like I said, their first full-length album, and my favorite from them. A really good album by Lemuria. Again, this one's called Get Better. And this one came in with kind of like really DIY looking release, and in an insert. Oh, it's upside down. With some really cool looking artwork, and the lyrics and the credits. It looks like they put a lot of attention to the artwork. And what they call the opaque purple vinyl looks really cool. I'll show you. It's kind of like a marbled purple, but it looks awesome with the Lemuria custom labels. So yeah, highly recommended album by Lemuria with Get Better. Actually, let's go ahead and listen to a short clip from Get Better. This one is called Mechanical. Okay, if you have seen my last two videos, you probably have heard me talk about this band before, because their latest album, Foil Deer, was actually included in my list of top 10 albums of 2015. This one is not that album. This is actually their very first album. I'm talking about Speedy Ortiz with Major Arcana. And this one came out originally in 2013 on Car Park Records. Yeah, on Car Park Records, yes. And actually, I went to see them live at a very small venue. They came to town, and they play at a very, very small venue. And I actually got to meet the band, and they signed one of my records. And when I was talking to them, I actually went ahead and purchased this one, this record, right there on the show, because I didn't have them, and I really liked the band, so I decided to check this album out. And very, very good album by Speedy Ortiz. It's very different compared to their newest album, Foil Deer, that came out in 2015. But anyways, an excellent pop-punk album by Speedy Ortiz. This one came in also with an inner insert with the lyrics of the songs and some additional artwork, as well as the credits. And this one did not come in color vinyl. This is actually an original copy of the album. It came in with the I saved all the hype stickers, even the digital download stickers, and I put them here in the inner inserts. And it came in on black vinyl and the custom labels. And this piece of vinyl sounds awesome. A really good album by Speedy Ortiz. I still do like their newer album a little bit better. This one is a little bit rawer, a little bit less polished as Foil Deer is. But either way, an excellent album by Speedy Ortiz. This one is called Major Arcana. Let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from Major Arcana.
Criminally twisted, puny little villain. Exercise your powers, just learn from the aquarium. No, I can't see good. All the colors on this turf.
Alright, and last but not least, I also picked up a copy of reissue of Best Coast with Crazy For You. And this one came out originally in 2010 on Mexican Summer Records. I love that cat there in the artwork. But anyways, a really good album by Best Coast. This is actually their first full-length album, or their first studio album. And this is a reissue that came out last year in 2015. I've been very impressed with their music based on their last album that came out last year, California Nights. And I haven't listened to this, their first album, before, so I decided to check it out. And I was very impressed as well. It's a really good first album by Best Coast. It's not as polished as California Nights is, but either way, it's a fantastic pop punk album. So it is highly recommended. And actually, I found this record new at the Fry's, which is an electronic store here in the US, kind of like a Best Buy. And I was surprised to find an album by Best Coast there, because Fry's, they do have a big vinyl selection there. They just started selling vinyl just a few months ago. But most of the records that they sell are from big bands, very popular bands like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and bands like that. So I was surprised to see that they're selling records by indie rock bands like Best Coast. Anyways, I'm happy because they sell them at a really reasonable price. I think I paid $15 for this record, brand new, and it is the right price for a reissue. So I was happy about that. And it did come with its original custom inner sleeve with the credits and more artwork. And the record is just a standard black vinyl with Mexican Summer labels. It's a really good looking record at really the right price, and it sounds really good as well. Let's actually go ahead and check out a short clip from a song from Crazy For You. This one is the opening track in the album. This one is called Boyfriend. Alright, so that's all I have to show you for today, VC. Let me know if you have any questions, as usual, about any of these records. I hope everybody had a nice weekend, and take care. Bye-bye.